Okay, that is live. Let's see if anybody turns. Alright, just seeing if anybody turns up for this. Might have done it a bit early, but let's see if anything happens. Hey, Kane Corsa, how's it going, my babe? I hope you're well. Just want to see if anybody else turns up. Well, just trying to create a little bit of a debate. You know, see what's happening, get some people talking, and hopefully I'll work forward from here. So let's see what's happening there. Got loads of beeps happening. I do feel a little bit. I do feel a little bit like that. I think so. Hmm. Just to maybe a little bit of fluid on the chest. I think it's just one of those things for me. It's a drop in temperature. Hmm. So, how's everybody doing? Hope you've been well. Yeah, it's all coming up for the weekend, isn't it? It's party time. Friday, and I'm in love, as the Cure said. It's Friday, and I'm in love. Excellent song. I did like the Cure. So we can chat about what we'd like to discuss is YouTube doing enough to defend people? Oh God, yeah, they can't beat the Cure. But I'm an Oasis head. I love Oasis and music like that. From the 1996, 95s. First Oasis song I heard was Whatever. I fell in love with that tune. Such a brilliant tune. So many good memories to that. You know. Oh, we did have great music in the 90s, and do you know what? Chicken Soup, it does sound really, really good. What I'll do is I'm going shopping tomorrow. I'll get some I'll get some fresh made chicken soup. I'm not a good one for the cans, even though I do like the canned soup, but see, I think it was 1990. 1995. It was a beautiful summer. It was hot. I used to work in a supermarket for the week, just do the weekends, and I'll be fine. I'll be fine, my babe. I want to say it will be good. We got to get do this. Oh god, yeah, nostalgia. I used to work as a barman in a nightclub. It used to be heavy metal music too. I was also a glass collector. Just go around collecting the glasses. It was yeah, it's an amazing time. You when I was the barman at the heavy metal club. Oh god, yeah, yeah, I do. When I was a barman at the heavy metal, oh god, we used to finish work and we'll finish work about. It must have been about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and we'd all pile. We'd either pile into somebody's house or stay at the bar, and we'd be coming out rat-assed at 10 o'clock in the morning. Well, everybody was going to work. We were coming out from work totally pissed. Oh, it was just good times. It was really good times there. And they meet different people. Um, I've also I was also once in a territorial army, not for long. I wouldn't say anything. I was only in there for about a month and a half, so it wasn't long. I did look good in uniform though. I was in the Scottish regiment. I was in the Third Royal Highland Fusiliers. I was Fusilier Morrison, and I used to polish. And I did. I went away to. We went away to Dundee, and I didn't have a lot of money, so people paid me to polish their boots. So I polished their boots, and they were buying me pints of beer at the bar or at the naffy. I like that. I did try to join the army. I did try to join the army twice. Once I refused because of medical reasons. I had an ulcer, and they didn't allow people to join an ulcer, have an ulcer then. Then that got rescinded. Then I went back to join the army again. Then I was too old by a month. Ah, that would do it. Yeah, they don't like pregnant women going into the army. Yes, I would have been in infantry. Somebody smoking weed, I can smell it. It's not coming from my house. It's coming from neighbours smoking it in the garden. Yes, I would have been in Royal Highland Fusiliers. Then that would have changed, and I would have been in the Royal Regiment of Scotland after that. But these things didn't happen, so yeah, not many people have here. There's not many people here. Also, should I put the link out? Do you want to come up, Ken Corsa? Um, yeah. Also, trying to think what also yeah, what also I done. I was in I picked up an award. Ah, okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, It's that time of day, isn't it? There you go. Yeah, you know what, my baby, you're always more than welcome to join. All you have to do is just give us a shout, and I'll put the link up, and you'll come straight back up here. You know, it's always there for you. The invite is always there. So, what I would like to discuss too on here is YouTube doing enough to help to defend people. That's what I'd like to discuss. Is YouTube doing enough, or they're not doing anything at all? Do you know what? I totally agree. I totally agree. Um, I know there's a freedom. People say you've got freedom of speech. Well, freedom of speech is the biggest lie in the world to anybody. Freedom of expression would be more right than freedom of speech. You know, you got to act like it's your brand. You got to act like your channel is you, and that's how you represent. And yeah, that is also very true. It does not extend to that harassment of people. Also, shouldn't extend to insulting or degrading words or racist words, which is gets banded around willy nilly or willy nilly. It gets banded around far too much, and it doesn't. Nobody, it doesn't get the thing done. You know, we have noticed in our community 2 channels have been taken down already. Uh, I don't know really the reasons why, and it'd be interesting to know what reasons why these things why they got taken down. Because it'd be good for channels like mine because we know what we can defend ourselves from that. Exactly, there is that too. There is that too. It's like I said on here. Hey Karen, well, kicking dinner as usual. Um, where's my dinner, Karen? You're not cooking me any dinner. I'm very disappointed on that. But it's always a pleasure to see you, my babe. You know, and yeah, just watch the replay. You know, it all helps. It really, really does all help. But I'm pleased to see you are here. Thank you. Yeah, it'd be good to see why these channels get down because to know which course I can steer this channel, and also know the pitfalls and traps. As everybody knows here, this is a non-drama channel. I don't do non-drama. I don't do drama. I do discussions, and I'd like just honest, fair discussions here. Uh, hey, Dagmar, are you still are you still in Barcelona, or are you still in Spain, or have you came back home now? I need to go to Belgium one day. I'd like to go to Belgium. I'd like to go to Belgium just for ah, nice. Yeah, yeah, it's very true, Ken Corsa. There is if people have respect for you, they'll respect your channel, and that's the. And I'm sure Stone Cold 360 would say Stone Cold 360. Stone Cold beat your ass. Little bottom line joke. Yeah, I'd like to go to Belgium. I'd like to go to Belgium there one day. Obviously to see the battlefields and to see the graves. I have got. I know probably I've got a family member who was shot and killed near the end of the war. Um, in the end of World War One, and he's buried in France. So it'd be nice just to put something on his grave to make sure that he's remembered. You know. Oh, look at you. Oh, how's the weather over there, Dagmar? Is the weather good? Did you have storms over there? Because it's been quite stormy over here. You know, it'd be yeah, like I say, I'd like to go to Belgium. It would be good. It's not coming up. Okay. Yeah, yeah, I'd really like that too. Maybe we could meet up for a coffee, you and your family. That'd be cool too. Hey, Spike, how's it going, my man? I hope you're well. Yeah, that's the problem, when between Southern Europeans and Northern Europeans, we generally melt. There's a lot of weather difference between in Europe. Some people you get the weather from the Med, or you can get our type of weather, which is a bit rainy, sometimes hot, and a bit damp. Yeah, so we're trying to see if we can get more people in before we start the discussion. So I'm going to ask you, Dagmar, do you think YouTube does enough to defend its content creators, or do you think they're very much blasé about it? And that goes to you too, Spike. Okay, my babe. You be safe there, yeah? Take care of yourself, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Oh, that's not the one I want. Yeah, drive safe, Ken Corsa. Um, can you elaborate what you mean just for fun? I've put up the StreamYard in case anybody wants to come up. So when you come in, when you're going back home, then Dagmar. Yeah, yeah, I see what you mean, just for fun. So do you think there should be a time limit and how long you can run a live for? Would that sort of help? And also, would it help if a person, when a channel does do have live, and there is things being said, and they delete the video, should that video be put into holding, and just in case it needs to be analysed? 6 hours, 6 hours, yeah, 6 hours does seem a bit more reasonable than almost all day, you know. Uh, that's a long holiday, Dagmar. But will you be glad to be home, or will you miss Spain? Sorry, I haven't been checking my StreamYard. I've got two screens going. I've got the YouTube screen and the StreamYard screen, so I do apologise. Oh, nice. I've got a chance to go to Edinburgh soon to see family, but even the money is a little bit tight. I usually like getting my own hotel. She said they'll put me up. Uh, would be really, really nice. So we'll see how much money I can get, because I like to have a little bit of money behind me too. You know what I mean? And I've got my studies soon. I've got my student loan, or student finance as it's called now, and I put it in, and I'm waiting to see. And the university will thing, and I'll start my last two modules in October. So it's all coming up soon. And also, I've got my book review, which I'll be doing. If anybody's interested, there is a Patreon for that. And there's a chance to win the book that I'm reviewing, and also have a small gift too. Hmm. Why Colorado, Spike? It seems a bit. Well, you can catch a train there, Dagmar. You can catch a train. All you have to do is catch the Eurostar. I'll take you into London. Then you can go from London straight to Edinburgh. So tell him to get his ass fucking moving. Ah, you like that, do you? Yeah, the Rocky. That would be a beautiful thing. You'd like the Highlands then, Spike. The Highlands of Scotland. There's some of the best landscapes in the world in Scotland. It's a beautiful place. There's lots of things that you mean. Well, Scotland's got rivers. Scotland has, and you got your loch. Also, you can see Nessie. Also, you can see where my family came from in Loch Lomond. My family came from the Highlands. Apparently, some of my family did, not all. Some of my family came from the Highlanders. Yeah, and they like to have a drink with you too, Dagmar. They're a thing. Fiercely loyal and very forthright. Some of these people. All right, I'm just seeing if there's any more people coming in. I mean, don't think maybe. Oh well. Or easier to understand. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Depends where you go, Dagmar. In the Highlands, the accent gets a lot softer. But when you're talking about the West Coast, the accent gets a bit more rough and a bit more of the brogue to it. And there's a lot more slang to be used in the West Coast. And people say Scottish food's based on the dare too. Tell you what, Scotland's got some of the most beautiful seafood, and it's got cheeses and actual cuts of meat, you know, and breads too. Spike, old hiking, yeah. Irish and Scottish accents are very, very similar. Very similar way of speaking. They tend to go a bit quicker. I think it's a Celtic way of doing things. I think it is. You know, but when you go further up north in Scotland, the accent does get a bit softer, and it sounds more like an English. It sounds like with an English twang, but it isn't. It's the way that it is. No, no, Spike. Those should not be put under freedom. They should be just tethered up in with some underwear, mate. I've actually got three kilts. I've got two of the same one was by mistake, and I've got a heavy grey one. Yeah, and trust me, Spike. If you go in the hills and glens, you know, um, and the wind passes through the glens, it's going to pass through your kilt. Oh well, the wind—that's the exciting part. Not the wind in Scotland, mate. It cuts right through you. Sometimes I do miss Scotland. I can move back there again. I would like to move back there again for the last time. It's an amazing place. You've got beautiful history and amazing history too. I like to see just for fun. I don't think anybody. Well, I don't think I would like to see Spike's gear. Yeah, I don't think that's for seeing. Ay caramba, exactly, Spike. Ay caramba. Oh, well, there's not many people about today, or they just give me deliberate, the deliberate swerve. Uh, to be honest, days like this makes you think: is it all worth it? Really, isn't it? You know. Well, let them be there then. You know what? I'm honestly, I know. I'm just getting tired of all this drama rubbish. It's not worth it. It's tiring. It really is. Don't do this, do this, and you can get banned for this, and you can get taken away from that, and blah 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 blah. In it, this wouldn't happen in a real life situation, would it? All of this wouldn't happen in a real life situation. If it was to happen in real life, it'd be mm, you know, day one. I 100% agree with you. And Spike, yeah, yeah, that is very true too. You know, what I wanted to do with this channel is to have bring some discussions about some people can just have a chat, talk about this, and then have a just a after the discussion is finished, have a just a decent non-drama, non-BS rubbish, non-BS chat, and that people like and prefer the drama more. That's the sad thing, which I'm trying to not bring over here because I don't want that. I don't want to have the drama and all that BS that goes with it. I like having a chat with you, LA Spike, Kane Corson, and people and just for fun, and people are here just for a decent chat. And hey, Janine, thank you very much for being here. I hope you're well. But really, thank you very much for being here. I I am feeling okay, Janine. I think I've got a bit of a cold coming on. So I'm gonna see if I can get that treated for tomorrow. I'm gonna buy some like paracetamol and some hot drinks stuff. Yeah. So I think I've got some Lemsips, which is like it's got paracetamol. It's got like a thing, and I got a bit of whiskey, and I'll make myself a nice hot toddy. Yeah, yeah, should do. We're used to colds over in Britain. It's one of our favourite illnesses. Get some chicken soup and yeah, get all that. And also, I've got to get a company. They haven't paid me my money, which they owed me too. So I've got to speak to them. It really is. It really is. It's it's just the same stuff over again and over again and over again. And you try one has got to try to break away from it. You know, we all know that in the real world, nobody really you can't make everybody get on. But surely you can have a decent discussion and air your points of view about any of the hateful crap or anything like this. Oh, well, yeah, but that's the problem, Dan. Well, I don't really sleep that well, so Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a problem for me, my babe. It is what it is. I'm used to it. I miss Spike Radio. Yeah, Spike, you still doing your radios, mate? I always ask, and I will continue asking with this channel. What would you like to see from this channel? Because I believe it's as much as anybody, the people who sub as much as your channel is mine, even though I'm in charge of it. So, what would you like to see from it? I mean, I don't want any of this BS or drama, and I'm trying to think of ways of building subs up. You know what, Dagmar? That is very true. That is very true. You know, this is why I think, would you hang out with the people as you would do? Yeah. So sorry, I'm not making any sense. Okay, so would you hang out the people who you hang out with in Facebook? Oh no, not Facebook. On YouTube. It would be this. Would you see? Could you see yourself having a beer with the same people that you talk to on here? I could say, yeah. I mean, I am who I am. I This is how I am in real life, and if I could see myself having a have a drink with people on here, with most. Some of the people know. Yeah, yeah. God, yes, Spike. You did totally, totally. If some, I mean, let's talk about from pub experience. If this was all in a pub environment and this happened in a pub, they would, some people would be getting properly hurt. You know, some people really would. Do you know what, Dagmar? I'll definitely hang out with you. I'll definitely have a sit down. We'll have a coffee and a little croissant, or something really cool, and we can have a chat about things too. So that, yeah, I'll definitely do that. And Spike, I'll definitely hang out with Spike too. Yeah, then I go to a good pub, have a nice, ice cold, frothy one, and sit down and just chill and chat. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, man. It'd be pretty, it'd be pretty cool if we get everybody together just to meet in a bar somewhere and just sit down and have a few drinks, but not see Spike in his kilt with his dangleberries hanging out. I don't think I'd like that so much. Sorry, Spike. If you have to wear a kilt, wear something underneath them, mate. Oh, I would hang out with a professor and a felon. Oh yeah, oh, would you? Yeah, yeah, yeah. That does sound like a delightful thing. That sounds like yeah, that sounds really cool, mate. And can I ask, what would you talk about? Yeah, I mean, what the conversation would be. Do you know last time a felon hanged round with a professor that I know of, they ended up getting hung because they were killing people for cadavers. Is it Burke and Hare? Yeah, it was Burke and Hare. And Dr. Robert Knox. So the question I'd like to also ask is, if you're in charge of YouTube, what measures would you put in to stop what has been happening? And you've got to remember, this has got to include everybody. So we're not picking on channels. We're just saying, to make sure this is all like channel friendly. Oh, they'll be talking about yeah, yeah, yeah. Never mind, mate. Never mind. Yeah, just zip, zip lips, loose lips, sips, as they say. Loose lips sink ships. Yeah. So putting this out to the chat, what measures would you like YouTube to do, or if you're in charge of YouTube, what measures would you put to stop what is happening? If anybody would like to answer that one. Oh well. Yeah, that I totally agree, Spike. I mean, that is a really important one because there's no deep focus on this. There is no deep focus on cyberbullying. First Amendment. See, I don't think you can use First Amendment in over in YouTube because YouTube is multi-international. So First Amendment law. Hmm, yeah, people go, this is my First Amendment right, but yes, okay, so you can post it, but this is YouTube. YouTube isn't a country. YouTube is a corporation, so YouTube can take away anything they want to. Yeah, yes, and it's an international entity too. So how would you stop cyberbullying? Exactly, Dagmar. There is that. I mean, what denotes cyberbullying? Is me calling somebody an idiot? Would that be cyberbullying? Or are we talking about more offensive terms? Hate speech. You know what, Spike? I 1,000,000% agree with you. Hate speech should be stricken off. Anybody denotes hate. Anybody who puts hate speech should be taken. Their channel should be struck there and then. There is no need for it. We're all people living on this earth. Now, there is a way of disagreeing. If you had a program talking about immigration, and if you have a discussion about immigration, and you're saying I don't agree with if I don't agree with undocumented immigration or illegal immigration, there is a difference. But you should not include hate speech into that. Hate speech is the lowest of the low. You know, we need to fight and combat that because that is an absolute disgrace that this carries on in YouTube, and it still carries on in YouTube, doesn't it? And also, I'm thinking of doing for this channel is a women's only discussion panel because there's been a lot of problems involving women and people trying to stalk them and trying to talk to them. Adopt, yeah, I mean, yeah, that you could do that because it is a brand. I mean, this is my brand now. This is my channel. This is my small brand, which you try to build up. I hope you know you'd love it to have millions of people as subs, but you've got to be realistic, and sometimes you realize you're not going to get the subs that you want. But yeah, exactly, Dagmar. Exactly. This is what this channel is all about. Is asking the difficult questions. what is hate speech? Like I said, if me and Spike were having a conversation and I said, "Oh, you don't be bloody stupid, you bloody idiot," could that be classified as hate speech? You know, yeah, you got to have you got to have a way of dealing with this. Like I said, also want to do this panel, have a once a month, to have a discussion panel with just women, because you've seen what is happening on YouTube, and do women feel safe on YouTube? Do women feel safe on any multimedia site? You know, we've got to take it from there. Well, I go around. I've been around a few channels, and I've tried to promote myself around a few channels. They do it the old-fashioned way, and I've got 124 subs. You wouldn't think about it, the amount of people that are here, but it's 124. Yeah, but again, that's your Yeah, exactly. It's your personal. It's not hate speech, but some people may take it as hate speech. There is a few people out there who would say you can't say that. You know, and most people wouldn't take it as hate speech, but there is a very few who would. Exactly, Spike. There is a very fine line. You know, and the way you're dealing with that is just by disagreeing with somebody without using, yeah, without using any slurs of any kind. Exactly, Dad. But yeah, yes, yeah. We tend to do that. I don't know why that is. I really don't. Uh, it's strange. It is strange, you know. Yeah. That is true. That is true. So how would we combat hate speech? How would you combat or define hate speech? I mean, that is the question we should ask. And how would we combat it on here? This is the most important bit. It's all right. We know what hate speech is, but how would you combat it on here? If, like I said, keep on saying, if you're in charge of YouTube, how would you deal with it? It's all quiet now. So quiet. Yes. So. These are the things that these are the questions I'd like answered. How would I mean? If any of the guys that are in the panel would like to answer this one, I'll answer it again now. So I'll ask the question again. If you're in charge of YouTube, how would you combat hate speech? If somebody said the N word just once, should that mean the channel should be taken down? If somebody called somebody a bundle of sticks, should that channel be taken down? You know, somebody used any degrading or insulting slurs, should that channel be taken down that day, that night, that time? Should the whole thing be stopped? More Nightbot monitoring. You know what, Spike? Yeah. I mean, I don't think that'd be a hard thing to do. I think that they could enforce that all channels have a Nightbot. And Dagmar, personally, hate speech is probably directed towards me. Who would do a thing like that? I think you're lovely. You tell me where they live, and I'll send the SAS in. AI monitors. Yeah, yeah, that would be good. But do you think if there's any channel that had done any hate speech on that day should be taken away, should be stopped? It's like the Western, and I can see the tumbleweeds falling over. Ooh. And also, this is another one for you, Spike. Should any deleted videos be put into into a holding cell type thing, if you get my meaning, for like a week? Because I noticed people that take away that because there's been quite a few insulting and also words of hate speech and racial words and just basic terrible, yeah, just basically terrible words be saying, and they get away with it by deleting the videos. Do you think that those deleted videos should be put into quarantine for a week or 2 weeks so YouTube can take a look at them and find out? 24 hours penalties instead of a channel taken down? Mm, yeah, but does that work though? You got to think, does that work? And also, should it be against the law to broadcast that type of speech? Because if, like Spike says, introduce like sometimes radio broadcasting rules, I'm pretty sure it's against the law for them to broadcast hate speech out there. So they could get prosecuted by law, couldn't they? That's an interesting thing. If a live stream gets flagged for this hypothetical violation on a daily basis, the daily stream will lose a monetary algorithm if put on 24-hour pauses. Yeah, because that does seem to hurt a bit more too, doesn't it? But then again, there's channels out there who try to get past this. You know, um, whenever they can do, whenever they can do their thing, they do the same over and over again. Exactly, exactly. So this is why channels should be taken down, in my thinking, for doing this. You know, you can't keep on doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, can you? You know, I totally agree with what Spike says too, but most people, you know, if they're going to do this type of speech, they just don't really care about momentum and algorithms. They'll just put it in there because they think themselves brave and tough. So, which leads to another one too: doxing. What classifies as doxing? Is doxing if somebody said your real name? Is that doxing? If somebody's got your name through for nefarious reasons, through like hacking, would and they said it on here, would is that doxing? You know, these are. Uh, well, yeah, I mean, I'm here with my real name. Yeah, so this is my real name. You know, I can understand people want an anonymity. I can't say it. Anonymity. I can understand that. But when your name is plastered all over the press, what anonymity have you got? This is what you got to ask yourself. Reveals better term than doxing. Yeah, that is true too. Um, but to say somebody's real name and say, "Ah, you're doxing me," that isn't doxing. That's your birth name. That's what you're known as in the world. You know. All right, my Dagmar, I'm gonna close this one up. I'm actually a little bit disappointed, not with people here, just with other things. I'm just a little bit disappointed. But it is what it is. You know, I love everybody here. Spike, I think you're an amazing guy. Dagmar, absolutely love you. You're a brilliant person, and everybody's been on here just for fun. And Kane Corsa Mum and Janine, you're all brilliant people. I absolutely love you. I love you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna close this thing. My real name was Grumpy Junk, but that was taken. Yeah. Well, there's only one Grumpy Junk, mate, and I'm sorry, but he does suit that name. But again, everybody's here. You all take care, and you all look after yourselves. And Dagmar, enjoy your holiday, my babe. You know, enjoy the good Spanish weather, and you take care of yourselves. Everybody, peace out.